People, there's a really cool French conspiracy that vampires are actually people who have been immortals throughout the years.
I mean,
that people have been sneaking through the night. You know, they don't show up through the day, so that they're like an underground, behind the scenes people. They're usually shown as like account or like high prestige. So they're like royal people. They're immortals and stuff like that. But now that we're finding out that young blood keeps people young, there's a school of thought where people think that vampirism may have actually originated.
I mean,
and of course, some people think it came from when Jesus was crucified. There's all kinds of interesting ideas.
Well, see, and that's
now the
where,
GDF-11 thing's like, damn, it could be.
And that's where my brain goes. Well, see, that's where my problem lies. Is I've seen weird, like
No, what do you mean boneless children with a big smile, Larry? Get out of here. Go ahead.
Gross. I've read and seen a lot of different avenues of like different countries' mythologies, and same as in when you told me about like the Anunnaki.
He knows I won't forgive him if he lies to me about it.
That's fine. Like how like the Anunnaki and Jesus and all these different stories have similarities in each place.
Right.
There's a lot of different stories of like mythological creatures like vampires or this type of creature in different countries that are also similar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, let's see. Vampires and Wendigos are very similar. One is
fairies.
Fairies are very
common
similar.
one.
Yeah. Like like yes, because like in actual mythology, fairies
and dragons. There's so much history on dragons. Go ahead.
Giving a fairy blood actually is like a contract thing. Like you can lock a fairy to yourself if you give it some of your blood.
Interesting.
As part of like the thing you give it.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's like there's like a whole bunch of weird shit around blood, and also throughout history, I'm telling you right now, vampires was just an excuse so people could use the blood of people as like food or as something to try to make themselves younger.
Sorry, I was whistling at my hot wife through the window.
That's funny.
I seen some cleavage
like
hanging
there
out.
was
oh wow,
it was the
very nice,
the queen of
checking out my wife, Humper, the queen of who? We're talking about.
Fuck, what queen was
Real quick, Jeff, we're talking about, Humper, we're talking, sorry, I got this other guy in my brain. GDF-11, young blood making older things young.
I can't remember. She would,
cum, bruh.
She was like, it was a rumor, but it's like a super famous rumor that's like, most people believe that it's true that she did it, that she would kill young virgins and bathe in their blood to keep herself younger. Like you've seen that retold in a bunch of different avenues, that like story of this lady that did this. Like I've seen it in a bunch of different movies where they've shown that like virginal young blood keeps your skin fresh and younger, and they did it in the past. There was blood. They like in Japan and Korea and shit, they would do blood wiping and blood poking and shit.
Well, there's people who think that goes back thousands of years, and that may be where vampirism comes from. I love that's one of my favorite theories on vampirism personally.
I believe that vampirism was just an excuse that people saw people murdering people, or people got caught doing it, and then they just thought they were drinking the blood, and it got spread that way to hide the fact that the rich were murdering people to
drink their blood,
to use their blood for things.
Now I'm not, now once again, GDF-11, I'm not getting into adrenochrome and all that, with all due respect to it and all the effort and news out there about it. This isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about GDF-11 as a conspiracy theorist, and I pride myself in being a conspiracy theorist. I'm bringing back tinfoil hat as a term, or I'm trying to help tinfoil hat be a term that people embrace proudly. I think it's very smart to challenge the narrative and to question everything. I mean, maybe that's crazy, but I'm going to stick by that shit. But in doing so, and looking through all the crazy stuff, the French stuff and just all the stuff out there, I think it's good to be able to objectify. It's like, okay, but where's the objective truth? The stuff we can all agree on. Let's try to start there any chance that we can, and then work our way out. And then, not be married to the truth either way. You know what I mean? Be okay. Just let it be what it is. Let the truth be the truth, however it comes out, and don't be married to it, because I think that's foolish, because it can change.
So it's also.
But the GDF-11, that's that shit, man. Like immortality, there's so many. It seems like so many different venues to immortality, and us recently discovering that, showing that to the public, and re-stimulating brain neurons. We're just now learning how to do that. It's interesting.
Well,
he's saying some vampirism, like having iron fishes and eating ice.
Yeah.
Cause blood clotting ingestion, so they crave blood to fulfill their receptor deficiency and other blah blah.
Yeah, it was normal, and like I remember, and like there was a lot of stories in the past, and like throughout history of how the rich had weird. They would do a lot of weird things, like for instance, when they would powder mercury on their skin, which would cause iron deficiencies.
Free dick, get your free dick.
I'm almost curious. Like I have a weird
Good morning,
thought
bro.
in my head, which is odd to me now, like a weird conspiracy thought that I've just came up with in my brain, and it's like throughout history, there's a lot of different stories in different cultures of creatures that you become this creature or this thing after you do a thing.
For example,
like vampires normally required another vampire, or
Oh,
you to
right,
do
right.
a demonic ritual or something
right, to like
become a
bring you
vampire.
in. Yeah.
Well, and then like I mentioned Wendigos earlier, the way you become a Wendigo is by cannibalizing someone.
Really?
Like if you eat a human on a sacred grounds of some sorts, normally Indian or whatever, you will become a Wendigo, and then you are now stuck for a forever hunger for flesh.
Wow, until someone kills your ass.
Well, normally they're pretty immortal. It's really difficult to kill a Wendigo. They're like one of those mythical immortal creatures that you can't really kill. They just kind of get back up after a while.
Yeah, it makes them wonder. It's enough to make you wonder, man.
I just wonder if like maybe, there's like a weird thing of like I have that thought that thinking of something and putting those thoughts out there, if enough people do it, could create that thing.
Manifestation.
Yeah, manifestation. So maybe they did just manifest these things or thought they did.
Could be. And, like I said a million times, I'm convinced. Okay, as far as like we were talking earlier about, looking on the fringe is fine. But being able to objectify is going to be where you can really you can make the bridge with people who aren't interested in looking outside of that. But objective. Oh shit! And I said that. Oh my god, you're so silly. Fuck! I forgot where I was going with that.
You're baked.
I am baked. Jeez, I got run in my mouth. It's been so good hanging out with you guys. God damn it, there was something else. Stand up, stretch out.
My butt hurt.
Hit that again I got you, brother.
Hit that again, Gormy.
For me.
It is weird how it does those sentences, like how it like hit that again, gore, but then put the me to the right on the bottom instead of putting it to the left like a normal sentence structure.
Yeah, it has.
It's like writing it backwards.
A line right to the right. I do love this. I so love this fucking thing though, honestly. The chat, I love it so much. Oh, guys, fuck, what was it? There was something, good old, because it's a good old objective piece of information with whatever we were talking about.
I don't know, man. What were we talking about? I don't even remember what we were talking about now.
God damn, so stoned.